And have everyone here. It's for members, all the members. We're supposed to be having, we've got how many members? 140? I think about 70 are coming. So I'm delighted. And I would like to welcome Chris Lloyd, our chairman of the council.
It's great to be here, thank you.
Because his parents, Barbara and Donald, were some of the first stewards. When we were over in that lovely big room, which I still covet, I still covet it. But this evening, what I would like, we've got some wonderful exhibitions on in the museum. And so I would love some of you to go over there to see them. They really are excellent. And we've got one of the World War I, which people have recognised so much. Also, we've got the Battle of Arnhem, because of course, as you well know, Arnhem was planned at Moor Park, and last Sunday they had a big dinner over there for them, and with the parachute and with the glider pilots, some of them in their 90s, and so they were there and reliving what it was like when they remembered being either prison or wars or escaping or something like that. And also we've got the nature reserve, and we've got this from Abbott Lane. We've got William Penn and Henderson, of course, because they were inmates, so to speak, in Dursley House. And the other thing we've got, of course, is Les, with his lovely and we picked out the ones we think you might like, because there were about 70 of them. It was a bit difficult. But as you can see, this is the first one, which is Then and Now, which was taken quite some time ago. You see the person in it. And then we've also got one on, you ought to be saying this, Moor Park Mansion. We've got one on the barn. We've got one on Cheney's Manor. We've got what? Your Heritage Day as well.
No, we haven't got my Heritage Day.
Oh, what a shame. And they are really worth looking at. And and by the way, Anne has also got quiz tickets to sell if you want to go, 24th of October. Now, and also, as you might know, we have been spending a bit of money recently, and although it's a bit like up at the barn, we don't charge, but there is a donation bucket. We've got 4 donation buckets. If you feel you've enjoyed the evening and would like to make a donation, what I'm so thrilled about at the moment, in the back room, some of you may have seen it, we had some cupboards with very bad fronts to them. And I've had them all taken away. We've now got blinds that go up and down. Absolutely beautiful. But it is expensive. However, I never mind the money, as long as we've got what, it's got to look right. And this is what I like. People say it does look professional, and this is what we're aiming for. Well, I'm aiming for. Otherwise, you keep making do, and in the end, you don't want to make do anymore. About 8 o'clock, we'll have supper. You've seen it over there. I'll take the plastic off. And then, I don't know, some of you do know the museum, but even so, things have changed. So if you like to go over, Anne will take you over. Where is Anne?
Anne's just here.
But if you like then to go with Anne, she will take you over to the museum, and in the museum, and I do hope you do go, because it really is worth looking at. And you can then, Margaret and John will go over there, you know, just a minute. say hello. And you'll see all the way around into the store as well. It'll be a circular tour, so do admire the blinds. And if you're down ready, who would like to go over to the
Look,
museum?
as I've got my coat on, shall I make a start?
Oh, yeah. Follow the curator. Ah, she's the one that's done all the
Anyone would
display.
like to come, please just follow
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Who would like to go? Don't all rush.
I
Oh, lovely, dear. You have one customer here. Oh.
Hello. Oh yes, she's oh yes.
We had one family in that floor.
I'll be back.
Okay.
And this, of course, is the back room. It's Margaret's little playroom, isn't it, Margaret? Not many people get to see this part.
No.
Very
But
well
it
organised.
But it shows how little, our lack of space, doesn't
Yes,
it?
It certainly does.
Yes.
What's around this side? More. You've done a very good job in organising all this, miss.
met the vicar today from St Lawrence Church.
Where's the pirate? The pirate ship.
It's built in the style of.
I think so. Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Sure. That seems to be quite odd. Told me the date when
For those of you that haven't met me, who I haven't met before, my name is Martin Brooks. I'm a district councillor. I serve on the Leisure and Community Services. I also serve as the representative of the council to Three Rivers Museum Trust. I am myself a very large historian. I also chair the Leavesden Hospital History Association and the Leavesden Hospital work that I've done down there, which we just had a big thing. We are on the verge of making a push. I don't know how many people are familiar with the fact that we're trying to get the museum expanded. We want more room. We want to be able to show off a lot of the nice things that we have. So I am now sitting on the committee that can make that happen. And as everybody who has never met me before knows, that I don't sit quietly by. I am your typical loud American. But I need your help. We need your help. The museum needs your help. We need as many signatures on a petition that I can take to the district council and to the Leisure and Community Services, asking them to consider expanding the museum to the other 2 or 3 rooms that are on the ground floor. And it's just the more signatures we have, they know we're serious about this. So I have my clipboard. I'll be sitting outside, or I can just send it around while you're watching the show. Should I do that? I'll start over on this end. There's a pen right there. If people could just sign on one line and put your address on the second line, it's very important we have an address so they know where the locality is coming from. So thank you very much. Hate to interrupt the show.
Thank you, Martin.
Lived here 14 years ago. The wallpaper shop.
Oh, right.
The Grand Union Canal is England's greatest waterway, and near its banks have grown many towns and villages. Typical of these is Rickmansworth, a town steeped in history with its parish church dating back to the 14th century. It was in 1954 that the Rickmansworth Society was formed to foster a community spirit amongst the ever-increasing post-war population. Sports clubs, angling societies, church organisations, the WVS and the town's women's guilds all are members of the Rickmansworth Society and have combined in organising various events in the town during Rickmansworth week.
Originals were probably used. Copying was common practice at the time. The paintings follow a convention of food downstairs and love upstairs, depicted by the ancient gods and goddesses. Ceres, the goddess of the harvest, is searching for her lost daughter Proserpine. She stops for a drink at an old woman's thatched cottage, where a small boy is rude to her, so she throws her drink at him, turning him into a lizard. Finding her daughter's armlet, she comes to the fountain of Earth.